So I guess he found out that he's part Native American, and I don't know what the breakdown is, but he decided to kind of embrace it, and he's taking classes on how to build teepees.
Well, then where's Jay Ruse?
Well, isn't Jay Ruse is helping him? Isn't he Native American?
Oh my God.
No, he's not.
What's up, party people? Welcome to Enter the Realm. Hopefully not the very last episode of Enter the Realm, episode 33. 33. Crazy noise there. The Realm of Collectors video podcast. We have a amalgamation crew here tonight, the Jackal Squad, plus enough special guests to make Oprah Winfrey happy. You get a special guest. You get a special guest. Going across the bottom of my Google Hangout screen, up first is Beast Wars Barry.
How's it going?
Our initial guest.
Our advertised guest, Beast Wars Barry.
Sorry, Barry. we get one guy to back out, and look what happens.
All right.
The whole family comes in.
Up next is Brave.
What's going on, fellas?
What's up, man?
What's up, man?
Dalton is in the house.
What's up, everyone?
And it's time for the meat and potatoes here. The man that's known as three different people. The oh my gosh, the Wu-Tang man of the R.O.C.
What's his third?
AKA Jabotron. What is up, man?
I'm the Mac Daddy and the Daddy Mac.
That is appropriate. Do you have your pants on backwards?
No.
Okay, just check.
I'm not even wearing any pants.
Please don't stand up.
That's the beauty of,
that's the big reveal for news today.
that's
Hold on, I got the notes written right on here.
You want the long version or the short version?
I don't think you have much of a choice on that. Moving down the line here is the one, the only, the infamous Dust Mites is in the house.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome, everybody. Thanks for coming through. Jumping in here. You know, we put out the bat signal. The R.O.C. bat signal went out, and you guys just answered. Thank you.
All right, Victory Saber 77.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, thanks for being on.
And my name is Chris Pinkerton. Punkerton, if you're nasty. Thanks for joining us tonight, everybody. Just kind of fell in our lap like this. I think it's going to be a pretty cool show. Let's go through some what'd gets for the last week, 2 weeks, however long you want to go back, Barry.
Oh, well, recently I picked up Quake Blast. Actually, I just got Hellscream today, or well, yesterday or Saturday or whatever the hell day it was.
What the hell is that?
Yeah, what was that?
Hellscream. It's a Takara Beast Wars figure. Not like you'd ever even know.
Is that what? Does he have a knife? Is that a knife on his?
Yeah, he's like a
Is that like
cyborg
the
shark.
That Godzilla? Remember Godzilla? That one guy that had the knife. Godzilla fought him.
Is that what KFC is trying to do, or is that like when they make the Sancho Barbosa and those shark characters? Is that what it is? Is that thing that you're holding?
I'm not even sure what those are.
No.
Okay, that's something totally different.
I don't think so.
Yeah, that was Captain Shark and Cyber Shark, some other guys.
Yeah, Cyber Shark was from R.I.D. and then Captain Shark. That's Victory, right?
That is
Brave.
that was Brave.
Brave.
Yeah.
Other than that, nothing too much. Well, I got the latest wave of deluxes from Combiner Wars. But
You know, I like to point out if you've just got a toy and you just broke a toy. I think that's important to note.
Oh, you mean the Quake Blast hand?
Oh, no way! You were telling us it was the cat's ass.
It is. No, he's sending me another one. The
You
one
broke
finger.
it in the cat's ass.
Yeah, but that's how he broke it.
How did you break it, Barry?
I was just moving it. The joint for that finger was really tight, and I was transforming him, and I bent it down and just came clean off.
It's funny when I. I'm sorry, Brave. Go ahead.
The toy. Yet and still, I remain the one known as Mickey Murder Hands.
Freaking arm off! I just lost a finger.
When I got my first Quake Wave back in the day, it must have got mangled in shipping or whatnot. The finger was broke. So
Yeah,
I had to send it back and got a new one.
Well, you know how Bobby complains about the ball jointed fingers all the time. That's what they are. The ones really, really tight. I barely moved it.
Plus,
Thank you.
that's that translucent plastic too, right?
Yeah, it comes with a second hand, so it wasn't a big deal. So I just put the opaque one on.
All right, moving down the line here. Brave, what'd you get?
I had a pretty eventful little nerd week, man. I got some 3A shit. I got
Dude, I've been eyeballing that.
yeah.
Yeah.
What you been looking at?
I don't know. I just like looking at pictures people take of it. I don't know shit about it. I just think it looks cool.
Hey, 3A will make you sell like all of your shit, dude.
He's already doing that.
That's like we'll find you like in a dark alley somewhere or behind some stairs, sucking dick with like 3A, dude. That shit is really addictive, dude. But yeah, I got the 3A on the run 2-pack. I got the Hoaxer TQ. I got some DC shit. The Walmart exclusive Dark Knight figures.
Oh, you got them?
Yeah, they suck. I mean, you can tell they threw those shit together real quick for the 30th anniversary.
Oh yeah.
And I got the Batman animated series, the Batmobile.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's just pretty dope. That's pretty dope. And it's a bunch of bullshit Marvel Legends that shit don't count though.
All right, Dalton, what'd you get?
Past few weeks, the only thing I've gotten was the well, I don't even know how to describe it. I mean, the
Debated.
Masterpiece Ironhide.
I think much debated
Yeah.
is what you're looking for.
Too much controversy than I can handle.
With what? Ironhide?
Yeah.
Really? You think so?
I mean, I enjoy it, but I just
A lot of
there's
strong,
just too much-
strong opinions there.
yeah.
Jisk.
Yo, so I got a couple of things, and I don't know if I said this last week, but I got the Generation Toys Mixmaster. I don't remember when I got it, but it was sometime last week. Today I got the Generations Toys Navy. I think it's their Bone Crusher, I want to say.
Is it Navy or Navy?
Navy!
Navy!
And then I got to be on an episode of Nerd Rage this week. What up, Brave?
Words that hurt like a fist.
I recorded an extremely long episode of Nerd Rage today, which was fucking awesome. And I made a point to thank them for letting me on before they let you on, Brave. So I made it a point to.
Both of you just made my list.
Brave's like, curses, foiled again.
And that's it. I mean, shit. I can go goose egg next week and still be happy.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, Dust. What'd you get?
Let's see. Let's start off with the Make Toys Hound Gun Dog. Got that from
a man of taste.
from Harvey __ Dent.
I heard that had some custom paint on the elbow.
Yeah, some custom paint on the elbow, but we won't discuss that. Motherfucker. He's lucky. He's just lucky. I went out today on a little toy hunt, and I went to hit Target, and I grabbed an Onslaught, and everybody's like, "Why did you get an Onslaught?"
That's a dope figure, though.
You know,
That's the best ones they put out.
The Combaticons were the only ones out of them that I really wanted, and I said only if I find them in the wild. So
the vehicle mode is just buckets of ass, but the robot mode is great.
Buckets of ass.
yeah, first time I found it, and it looked like it came from the Dirty South, because look at that. You know, it came. I think I took a little bit out of a page out of Chris's shipping today.
That must have been when he returned back to the store.
Yeah.
You know what? I returned that, although I drove all the way up to New Jersey this weekend. Fucking planted that so you could mouth off about it.
And then, boom! I had to get this little Chihuahua. I bought the Chihuahua just so I could fly it around the apartment saying, "I'll save you, Kenny." You know, so shout out to Kenny Prime. And this one also came from the Punkerton House of Love. You know.
Hey, Brave! I sent you something. Was it packed well?
As a matter of fact, I need to amend my what did I get? But I didn't want to step on anyone's toes there.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Fortunately, Chris did it for me, so I got the MP Star Saber from Chris.
Yeah.
Shout out to Chris.
Awesome.
And I got rid of that shit the week later.
I was gonna say. I saw you flipping it. I'm like, man, I hope he wouldn't like it was shit because I guess you could say you had it and you moved on down the street.
It was like he was a wholesale liquidator. As fast as it came in, it went right out the other door.
It smelled of Pinkerton. Nah, it was it was dope as hell, man. I don't have any attachment to the figure, right? Like,
Dude, that's why I got rid of it.
Yeah, when I saw you had it for sale, like, oh, that's a good ass price. I got to get that shit.
You look at it, it's like, I gotta have it. I have no care for the character, but I need to have it.
Did you say it smells like Pinkerton?
And I was like, yeah, this shit's got to go.
I don't know, man. I don't know if giving out guest spots like Oprah or Smells Like Pinkerton is going to be the name of this episode.
Everybody has
Yeah, that'll be on the internet. That'll be on.
It smells like Punkerton,
which is probably like corn and just balls.
Brave, I'll tell you, I bought that kind of I just wanted to buy something at TFCon and I hadn't picked anything up, so I mean I paid like almost $200 from your homeboys at Chosen Prime for that plus the hands, and then like a week later, Toy Dojo's like, anniversary sale, half off, bitches. I'm like, God damn it, you just ruined the market for this. So that's why I let it go so cheap.
He's like laughing at you too, though.
Yeah.
Got him.
But
I remember him running around TFCon. He's like, hey, oh God, don't do it. And I left early, and when I landed, I looked on Instagram. I'm like, oh fuck, he bought it.
Chris, man, I don't know, man. I had planned on getting the other fucking Diet Stacks or whatever the fuck was coming out from the car and displaying it with that, but I was like, nah, this shit's gotta go.
Yeah.
But I don't want to hold the show up, though. I don't want to hold the show up.
No, that's no worries, Dust. I think you got something else there.
Yes, I got one more right here. I'm gonna do it live right here. Open it up. This came from a Chris Punkerton. It's kind of beat up a little bit. That's his style. That's his style.
Right. Yeah, it's a fucking envelope.
It got my Wu-Tang sword right here. And open that bitch up.
Man, did you get that in a set for like $49.95? But wait, there's more.
Yeah, it was one of those Wolfgang Puck $9.99 Christmas gift knife block sets from Aunt Jessepia or some shit like that. All right, let's see. What do we got? We got boom, bango, an R.O.C beanie.
That's what's up.
So, Chris, you want to talk about these?
So, yeah, we had some of those made, and I have to actually order more because we're out, but we're going to have those available on the website later this week, along with hats, possibly this hat, and they're going to be $15 to $18. I got to figure out shipping prices on everything, but, just putting the R.O.C brand out there a little bit.
Yeah, it's dope.
You guys want?
It's really nice embroidering on there, man. I mean, we're winding out of the winter, but
that's what I was just saying. You're getting them out there just in time for winter to be over.
Hey, you can get ahead for next year, or you can be a hipster and wear a fucking beanie in Florida like Jisk does.
Ooh.
Or it could be like one of our Northern Warriors up there that's cold all the time, and you need something on your head there. No, it's really nice, man. The embroidery's nice. It has the blue outlining, and it has the swish, the swirls in gray. That's really nice.
Yep. Yeah, that came out really nice. The company does a really good job for us.
Thanks for sending, bro.
Hey, no problem. Wanted you to have it because, it's 55 degrees in fucking Jersey right now.
It's going to be 48, 35, 20 again, so it doesn't matter. The winter's not over here, man. We could get a blizzard in April.
Not to harp on this, it was 81 here today.
Shut up.
Damn. That was
81's too hot.
No, 81's fucking perfect.
All right, James, what'd you get?
Oh God, some Play Arts Kai stuff, DC variants, Solid Snake, the Figma figure. Nice. Got some Metal Gear Solid games because that sparked that interest. So I got some stuff for the PS3. Some more. I got some Marvel Legend crap too. The Captain America line sucks ass.
Tell me what that Captain America.
Hey, do you know the story behind the werewolf cap?
It was in the comics, he got transformed somehow. I forgot.
I think it was in the 70s. Wasn't it in the 70s or the early 80s they did that?
I thought it was in the 90s.
Oh, they redid that in the 90s.
Yeah.
I think it was originally from back in the day. I'm older. I'm older comic guy, so.
Silver Age.
Yeah, I'm Silver Age.
Silver Age. Golden Age.
That's one of my other names. My Wu-Tang names is Silver Age.
Yeah, I don't know. The whole Marvel Legends Captain America set is just horrible. I love the Absorbing Man. The Spider-Man line always does a really good job. But picked up the figure arts trunks, and I think that's. I got Ironhide too, but I haven't opened them up yet. That's about it. Some
Who
comments.
did you order your trunk from?
My trunks?
Yeah,
I got it. BBTS.
So
Yeah,
I
it's
got
just
a question.
part of a pile loot.
if the Marvel stuff sucks so bad, why do you guys keep buying it?
Because I need plastic wrap.
Barry,
both said they
Barry,
suck.
why the fuck did I buy this thing? After I said I'm out and I'm done and I'm not doing it no more. Why did I buy it? Because I walked into the
Why
store
did he
and
buy
said,
Skylinks?
well, because I wanted to run around my apartment and say, I'll save you, Kenny.
He'll be chasing cats around.
When you have nothing in the stores,
Yeah.
like, and you're looking for stuff, and you're like, here's the new Marvel Legends. I haven't seen that shit for a while, and you're like, fine, fuck it, I'll buy it. Even though like Captain America comes with just the back
Just don't want to go
for
home
Onslaught, Red Skull, which is dumb.
You know, it's
And-
easy to buy something online and wait for it, but when you could go to a store, see it on a peg or see it on a shelf and walk out, there's a little bit more gratification there.
Yeah.
Even if I resell it 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
You
That's
know?
like why I picked up the latest wave of Combiner Wars. It's the first new thing that I've seen at Target in town here, and
And there you are, walking around with them like this. Oh, look what I got!
And you're happy and you're excited and you're like, yeah.
$69.99 plus tax. You're
Once
there.
you get them open, transform, you're like, God damn, why did
Well, that's why you always save your receipt and save the packaging. Worst comes to worst, you got 90 days to bring it back.
I had the girlfriend with me, and she has cartwheels, and there's 10% off Transformers. So
Yeah, I don't know if this is going to be Targets everywhere, but they were only $21.99 for them for the Voyager.
It's not.
So.
The Target near me is terrible. Like, if you want, they just now got the Motormaster. So if you guys need a Motormaster, let me know. I'll get you.
Stores
They
around
keep
me
that
are
silver building.
terrible, man. Terrible. This is like the newest shit I've seen probably since like October. Easily since October. And I go to the same spots all the time, hoping, wishing. Not that I want to spend money, but I just want to fucking see something new on the pegs, you know?
you go to my Walmart. My Walmart has 6 Transformers on the shelf that have been there for like 6 months.
Well, my Walmart's going through those modular changes, so, you know, they have to change everything up, and it's going to take them 3 months for them to get the fucking product out from the back because they don't have enough employees to stock the shelves. But that's none of my business.
There's a Walmart about an hour away from here that still has a rat trap.
Wow.
That might be hard to find in a little bit, you know? You never know.
You know, I see some of those that line, the Rat Trap, and is it Tankor?
Yep.
Yeah, Tankor and
I actually see those pretty often,
Chromium.
still hanging around places. So, I guess it's my turn to go. Anybody want to guess what I got some messages.
Something Star Wars, maybe?
Yeah.
So I got an MP Ironhide box that had some SH figure arts in it, ironically enough. Got him. No, and I was surprised too when I opened it. I'm like, what the hell? So I got a Return of the Jedi Luke and 2 battle droids from Phil Ross. Shout out to Phil. Honestly, the best pack stuff I've ever seen in my life. I'm gonna take some pointers, guys. I really am. But like, no, he got the figure and he put it in like a Ziploc bag, and then he taped the Ziploc bag to a piece of cardboard, and then he put bubble wrap around the whole thing. It took me like 30 minutes to open these loose figures. It was impressive.
You're just wrapping it in
Hey,
cardboard.
Chris, it's your,
Yeah.
in your defense, it's not you, it's your fucking mail.
Oh, dude, I don't know what's going on.
Your mail lady does not want to come to your door and pick up these fucking packages, man. That's what it is.
So I drop them off, dude. I drop them off.
Oh, you dropped. Oh, okay. Jesus.
I
They're
mean,
like,
drop is the
I might,
key
they're like
word.
that
I'm-
insensitive giant's here again.
I might drop them a couple
Kobe!
times on the way out the door, but you know. And
They're
then
like- They're like giants here. Kobe.
I also got the figure arts Captain Phasma. It's
Oh,
pretty
nice.
cool. Yeah. It's essentially just a repaint of the battle. Sorry, the stormtroopers. You know, it's a little couple little differences, but really nice figure.
Man,
And
you got that fucking Star Wars bug, bro.
yeah, I'm not. I mean, I could be worse. I could be buying every single one of these Black Series, so I'm not.
You got the figure arts bug. That's what you got.
Yeah.
Well, lucky for me, I'm caught up. The only thing I don't have any clone troopers or stormtroopers, and
You
actually
need
passed.
30 each of those.
Do it now.
You need about 30 each of the stormtroopers.
You know, I passed on the clone troopers yesterday for about 50 apiece. Like, you know what? Pump my brakes for a minute.
All right, Chris, this is what you do. I mean, if you just want it for your pictures, whatever, you just take multiple pictures of those figures and poses and just use clip art and just add photo, add photo, add photo, add photo, add photo, add photo. Don't even crop them. You'll just have like overlapping fucking.
No, you know what's funny? I was just thinking that I had kind of figured out how to do something on the apps I use.
Cloning program for that?
Yeah.
Keep cloning the same picture?
It's on Camino. That's where it is. It rains there a lot.
Yeah, I heard it rains on Camino a lot, man.
Yeah, it is. So, but no, that's it for me. So the show's going to be a little different for our folks watching. We're going to do mostly a topic show. There's not a whole lot of news out there to go through, so we're just going to talk about some things that Jisk and I have come up with. But first, we're going to do our photo stuff. Dust, you want to go ahead and get that loaded up?
Yeah, let me get that. I got to screen share this fucking thing. Yeah. Let me take the chat down. You want to just talk about who's in the chat right now while I set this up?
Yeah, I'll bust through that. Jisk, you got that? You want to bust through the chat?
I do. It looks like we got Kelly Phillips is in the chat. Star Dubois.
That's Anna. What's up, Anna?
Plastic Therapy. Brian Brink. Let's see, we got Nick Brammer. And Tommy Barricade.
Hey, Tommy.
And I think, am I missing anybody? I said Kelly Phillipson, right?
Yep.
Actually, Kelly Phillipson is Phil Ross. Some bizarre.
No, it's that R.O.C. Wu-Tang shit, man.
It's what it is. Some Canadian Wu-Tang shit. That's what it is.
You know?
Chris Gardner's in the chat too as well. He says Brave is on here. Man, I hope someone hits the record button.
Oh!
I'm assuming that's why there was no show this week.
Oh man! All right. And speaking of plastic therapy, he threw up the Realm of Collectors photo challenge again. This is his second one. You guys see this right now? Everybody see this? Mm-hmm. And he throws them out on Instagram every so often. This is the second one to recreate a scene from the G1 cartoon. So this was his challenge. He threw that up. It was about 2 weeks ago?
Or last week, something like that. At least a week.
Yeah, so this was the pick, and only 3 people stepped up to the challenge. You know,
he offered a prize too. Remember?
Yep, I was the first one, only one to step up to the challenge last time, and good to see people jumping in here. This is what was it? They were the shoulder cannons for MP Sideswipe, was it, or Blue Streak?
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
something like that.
Oh yeah.
And it was the first one by Avengers 420. That was his rendition of that. Now, it's a hard shot to get all these guys in there like that. I had a tough time just putting my Autobots with their hands down to their waist because, you know.
Those aren't Autobots.
No, the last challenge did.
Oh.
I don't know. I went, so I couldn't even attempt this photo.
Next up, we got Kilo in his attempt. All the guys in there, and then we have Cotimus with.
That means
he came close.
Yeah, he should. It should be default just for using that Megatron, but
yeah,
that's none of my business.
Get on it.
Nah, looks good. And I forgot how many likes I got. He rounded up how many likes the pictures got, and that's how he estimated the winners.
So Kilo was who won it.
All right. Yeah. Kilo had the most. I didn't do all my research on that. Sorry.
So big thanks to Plastic Therapy for
throwing
this out there. It really means a lot. sharing the love
awesome.
for the community.
Definitely go follow him on Instagram. He's a funny guy. He's got some good pics, and he's very, very open in the R.O.C. community, as you would say. Big supporter.
Definitely. All right, so J. Ruse isn't here tonight, so I took the mantle to do the R.O.C. showcase. So if you want to tag your picks, Realm of Collectors. We pick pictures every week, and they're featured here on the show, and they're also featured on the Realm of Collectors Instagram and on our website, www.realm.com.
All right, so I'm gonna just go. I got them all in the same folder, so I'll just scroll through and look how convenient this is.
So I'm just being J. Ruse here tonight, and always starting off with my own picture, just to show y'all how to do it. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, so that's my picture. So
that's nice, man.
Yeah,
that's really good.
Dude, those bases of the background thing, those things are awesome, man.
What the fuck are those barrels doing?
So if
Star Wars.
You know what's funny? Because the barrel's seen out of place. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
What's funny is that I ordered those from a guy on Instagram, and the company that makes those. The company that makes the walls use those barrels in some of their promo pictures.
Oh, gotcha.
So I was asking him like, "Hey, do you make these other Star Wars things?" He's like, "No, but those are my barrels."
I thought maybe Obi-Wan in the next picture was going to be climbing some girders and ladders and saving a fucking girl at the top with a monkey throwing. But that was just.
Oh, that's pretty clever there, Dust.
Yeah,
But you're
that's Silver Age, man. Shout out to Silver Age.
That's right. That's
Donkey
right.
Kong.
All right, let's get to the picture. So the first one here is from this week. It's Suck My Tentacles.
Next week it could be Lick My Tentacles. The week after that is Tentacles for President, and he is the originator of the multi-name R.O.C. Wu-Tang names.
That's right. So he's got the spike that comes with Bumblebee, Masterpiece Bumblebee, and then that's the Ocular Max Ravage right there.
Hey,
cool.
let's talk about
dope.
that tonight if you guys want to. Let's throw that in our little topics there.
Okay. Sure.
Hey guys, what are you looking at?
So this is from New. I can't see the bottom. I believe it's
New Order 2K.
Yeah, just a really clean shot of Ironhide.
That's cool.
I just really like the posing, and it just really caught my attention when I was looking through.
It looks like a comic book cover.
Yeah,
it does.
I think maybe
really
that's
clean.
what he was going for.
He made the figure not look like crap.
That's right.
Easy, it's not a crappy figure.
No, that thing's awesome.
This is Avengers 420 with, is that Navy? Is that who that is?
Yeah,
Navy.
Yeah, I just really like the posing here and the perspective.
Yeah,
Well, you
it's
got
nice to see
Megatron in the
Meg in the back. Yeah, really nicely done.
Yeah.
Good shot.
Came out nice.
Clean,
Really enjoyed
very
that one.
clean, very clean. Nice posing too.
Next is from Loud Todd.
Loud Todd. Shout out to Loud
help me
Todd.
out. I know these are IDW characters, and you'll have to help me out on who they are. I think one's Drift, maybe.
Yeah, that's Generations Drift, and the other one's Nightbeat, right?
Right. Yeah.
Dope.
All right, that's it.
No,
That's all I got. Did you send more?
I thought I did. I did send more.
No, that's all I got.
How many did you get? There's 2 more.
5.
1, 2, 3.
Hang in there.
Yeah, he's got 5. including
I got yours. I got.
Oh, okay. Well, yes. For some reason, the last 3 didn't go. Well, shout out to 3 other people whose pictures will be.
I could hit the email real quick and see if they're in there.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I should have been clear about how many there were. Yeah, there were 2 more actually.
I did hit the download all button, buddy. All right.
Yeah. No worries.
We could throw them on next week too.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and put them up. Shout out to Danny Tan and what's this other cat's name? I guess Randy GBW, I believe, is your name, your signature. I can't quite make it out, but anyways, if you want to be featured, hashtag Realm Collectors on your pictures. Jerry normally picks them.
It's only 5 attachments. That's all.
Okay. Well, I guess I screwed the pooch then. I shit the bed. I'm no J. Ruse.
Don't blame Silver Age.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not doing that. But yes, obviously you're looking for some creativity and some uniqueness to your pictures. So that's how we pick them. So
Diodes and whatnot, and
yeah,
effects.
Hey,
And
speaking of diodes, do we have anything about diodes we want to talk about?
I don't know. We got Beast Wars Barry in the house. He's the diode guy. He's he's Detolf Barry. I'm gonna call him Detolf Donnie, or Barry. This is where you say, "Hey, I make dioramas for my action figures," and
I was waiting for you to put out some pictures.
I was waiting for the intro. Then I was, oh boy. All right, we're just gonna screen share. All right.
Hey.
It's easier to explain if you see the pictures.
Real fast while you're doing that, Toy Lab TV just popped in the chat and wants to know if you have a mustache.
No, I just didn't shave for 2 days. So yeah, I guess I do. I
That's
got a
2
little something
days.
there.
Holy crap!
Hey, you
So that's like 4 hours for me.
Yeah, well, I'm one of the Lost Boys. Yes. Remember that, man. I've been growing this since 19. This is all. It doesn't connect. I would love to do the Captain Kirk or Spock goatee, and it just doesn't work.
This is like about a month.
Yeah, well, shut up. Silver Ages, it does not grow facial hair. Damn you. All right, we're in a screen share here, and go back to it.
Are you Asian? You got like that kind of Asian beard thing going on.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I don't grow it out, because I look like Shredder from fucking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Your Rokusaki bitch.
And I was like, whoa, Turtles, why are you going out and doing this? The pizzas. All right, you guys see this? This is one of your diodes right here, right, Bear?
Yep, this is one of the latest ones I've been working on.
All right. Now, these are set for your Detolfs, right?
Yep, they're sized so they fit on the shelves, just standard Detolf shelves.
And this is one still in the works, you said?
This one, the painting's done on it. I don't know if I'm doing anything else on it yet.
Do you just make these for yourself, or do you?
Yeah, mainly.
Will you take commissions?
Yeah, you ever think about that?
I have not done any commissions. I am working on something for Brave, though. If he's awake.
You'll keep it hush hush. What's up?
No, it's a. Well, Brave, you want to tell him?
Yeah, he's working on basically a stage for my review setup.
Oh, nice.
Awesome.
It's a fucking beast, man. It's a fucking monster so far. It's looking pretty dope.
That's why he's Beast Wars Barry.
That's why he's Beast Wars Barry.
Otherwise, you just call him Warsberry. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, doesn't work. Doesn't work that way. Yeah. And so yeah, that's dope, man.
Yeah, these are all made out of foam too. I mean, just normal styrofoam you can buy for insulating your house.
What if it was Combiner Wars, Barry?
He wouldn't be on the show.
Hey, just get on that mock account right now, buddy.
C-Dubs Barry. C-Dubs Barry.
Hey, Dust.
What's up, bro?
This is just one I was messing around with. This is basically my first attempt at background for like Cybertron type thing.
Yeah.
So what did you do for the? Did you just use a pen just to do the black lines, or like?
Yeah. Well.
Like, how'd you fill it in?
It looks like you etched in there. You definitely carved it in there.
I carved into this. I drew out a design on it, and then I carved into it with an X-Acto blade, and then just widened them out with a pen, actually.
Yeah, panel lined it.
Yeah, basically. But yeah, that was just kind of one of my first attempts.
Wow, that's fucking insane.
Whoa. Yeah, that's one of the ones I've done.
Wow, that's nice.
I just like that you did all that work for some shitty Beast Wars figures.
Oh!
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh. Is it just me, or if you look in the background of that wood with the eyes, it looks like Sloth from the Goonies.
It does look
Hey, you guys! I don't know, that's just maybe just me. I don't Hi, Barry. Nah, it's great, man. What'd you use for the grass?
That's actually like AstroTurf. You could buy it like your local hardware store for like putting out in your yard. Those are actually samples they give away for free.
Wow. And
I
what about
snatched a couple of them up.
and all
Then-
the plants and stuff?
Yeah, I just bought just clearance stuff over at like craft stores and
Oh
tore
yeah,
it apart
yeah,
and
yeah.
put it in how I liked it.
That's some shit you see at the bottom of a fish tank. So these are just some on the dials?
These are the first two I made. Kind of honing my craft as I went through them more and more. Yeah, I got like season 1, the Predacons, and then the Transformers Prime in the other one.
Are you wanting to do every shelf, or is this just where you just feel it's missing?
No, I'm kind of whittling my way through them all.
So your goal is to do every shelf, though.
Eventually. Yeah, this is another picture of the one I got the Prime figures on.
Yeah, I like the way you have the shelves. They're just like
It's nice because then you don't just have the straight shelf when you're displaying
Yeah.
your figures.
yeah.
I like it more as a display than just, hey, this is all my shit in my shelf right here.
Yeah,
How much weight do those hold? Like the little ledges?
I haven't had any trouble. I don't know.
I mean, they'll hold like an MP10 or something like that.
If you actually look at it, there's actually foam underneath to support the shelves. So, and then these are all coated. So
So what do? Do you actually like just take another piece and then burrow in or cut in so it's
no, I
and it fits?
actually use a like foam bond and bond the foam to itself. Like I put the shelf on. These are normally like I'll flip it down when I glue them together and stuff.
Sorry.
So for our audio listeners, where can they see these pics, Barry? Do you have them up anywhere?
They're on Instagram under my account under beast underscore or wars underscore Barry.
How about we get them on the website?
Yeah,
Let me ask you a question about your name real fast. On Instagram, it's beast_wars_Barry.
Yep.
Was there already a Beast Wars Barry?
I don't know.
Or you just like the underscores?
I just threw it in there that way.
I was just curious. That's all.
And Barry's kind of you're still new to IG, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty new to it, so I
so-
have no idea if there was.
So everybody go out there and follow my homie Beast Wars Barry.
I'm gonna start another page that's just Beast Wars Barry, so you can't have. Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna lock it down like what they did with James' page?
Yeah.
We still got to figure out who's the douchebag that did that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, guys.
Yeah, thanks, Dalton.
Yeah.
It was you.
Come on, we're gonna get a GoFundMe going, and we're gonna buy the guy out. Yeah, but definitely, well, let's get him on the website.
Yeah, we'll get Ace to put them up there for sure.
Next
Now
week.
these fit, just once again for our audio listeners, these fit specifically into your DTOFs, right?
Yep. I just measured out the shelves and gave myself a little clearance on each side, and they slip right in.
It's awesome.
Did you ever
As soon as I said that, I was like, oh.
You gotta watch it on this show, bro. This ain't the Hangouts, my man. We get all up in that ass. Oh.
It's a good thing Javer's in here.
Did you ever think about making something a little bit bigger, like out of DTOF scale?
Yeah, that's what I'm working on for Brave, actually.
Oh, okay.
The one I'm
Yeah,
working
that's
on
just
for
gonna
Brave
be
is like
fucking huge.
2x2 at least,
Wow.
and then it's
Sweet.
got to have like 3 levels on it. So it's gonna be big.
Wow.
This one,
Yeah, this
it seems like it's it's underground, like it's digging.
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
Yeah, that's actually, if you go back to the last picture, that's the one I'm working on now. It's going to be similar to that one, the next picture, because this is the one, yeah, I'm going to do it in that
It'd
style.
be kind of cool if you I don't know if you had any paint drawing skills or whatever. Not you put like prehistoric bones in there. You know what I mean? Like it's in the ground, especially if you're working with the Beast Wars. You know.
Actually, that's one thing. Once I actually get some more space in my room, I'm actually going to do Dinobot Cave.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yeah. So that's going to be big because it's going to have Fan Toys Dinobots in it.
What kind of paint are you using when you paint it?
I'm just using cheap acrylics from like Walmart. They're 50 cents a bottle ones.
So just acrylic paint then.
Yeah. just
Wait a
acrylics.
minute. Do you guys see what I see to the left there? The box.
The Chronos.
Oh, J. Ruse. But yeah, I like this one a lot too. I like how you use the foliage in there.
Yeah, this is one of my newer ones that I just recently finished. Yeah, I don't know if I posted that one on under your guys' tag or not, but I got Beast Wars figures on that one too.
And then once again, we see to the left there.
Gross.
Chronos.
All right, now talk to us what we got here.
This is what I did. I did this project for a buddy of mine. It's a boulder for
A hill?
Braun to hold.
I've been smoking rocks.
Yeah, there's little handles on it, so it looks like you know how Braun was always the tough guy, little guy, and made it so he can hold it above his head, and then the other one's just a base to put figures on.
You should have made him be able to hold that one too. He's just gonna lift the
Be a little big. Yeah, that was just something putzing around because that's all foam. Just coated it and colored it up.
It looks great, man. The texture is really nice. I'm not asking how you do it, or I don't want any of your tricks, but wow, that texture. What do you use? A cheese grater?
Secret's out.
Secret's out. Everybody's running around buying cheese graters. While you're at it, just slap your balls in there.
Yeah, that's just another picture of the other one.
Yeah, it's great, man. Even the paint, man. Really nice job.
It's a lot of layers. I mean,
Yeah, hell yeah. It's a lot of work, bro.
But they're fun to do, though. I mean,
what's this tray of nonsense under it? With the wheels.
Oh, that's the quarter-mile kit for Intimidator.
Huh. All right, next.
That's just another picture of that same base. I think this is one of my more recent dios too. Just I went with the red color to kind of look like the Autobot base area.
So you pick your color by location and region. This is like northwestern Nevada colors, and over here is New Mexico.
Yeah, I don't know what Jersey Rock looks like.
Holy shit! Yeah, it's gonna. I don't see any syringes and fucking tampons.
Is that same one before you just put like the rock background? Or
Yeah. I these ones are easier to like modify after because none of the stuff's stuck together on this one. Like the grass in front's separate from the stuff in back. So when I put the rock background in there, I just pushed everything forward a little bit.
It looks fucking insane with the Beast Wars figs, man. That really looks dope.
Thank you.
It really does. Oh, yeah, and that's it.
I think that's all I sent you. I did send you a pic of the custom having done too, if you feel like sharing that one at all. Should be on your Facebook.
All right, let me get that loaded up. But you guys talk amongst yourselves here.
I mean, what's the average amount of time? I guess average. How long does it take you to build one?
It depends. Well, there's a lot of drying time in these, so because I'll glue stuff together. I have to wait like a day for that to dry and bond and stuff. The paint's pretty easy to go over and over because that's a few hours. But they probably take me about I'd say about 24 hours.
So you could work on multiples.
Yeah, that's like the one I'm working on behind me right now is the one I actually cut the two. That one in the first picture you put up, I actually cut stuff off that one, and I used pieces off each one on the other one so that you can get better textures and stuff.
And that was my next question. What are you using to get like the rock textures? Are you just using a knife and carving it in there, or do you have like the carving?
No, I bought a foam cutter and I just bend the wire like.
You just kind of drag it along there.
Yeah, and I don't know if you can see that at all.
Oh yeah, I do.
Cheese grater.
Yeah, it's my cheese grater.
Hey Barry, where do you get the foam cutter from?
Hotwire Foam Factory sells them.
There's a whole fucking foam industry out there, man.
There is.
Holy shit, I never knew it, man. I'm amazed. There's a foam industry.
I kind of stumbled across the foam cutters. Like because before I was just cutting it myself with knives and stuff, and I was like, "Oh, this."
All right, Beast Wars Barry's got a new Wu-Tang name. It's Foaming at the Mouth. Foaming at a mouth. Mout. Foaming at a mout. That's it. That's your hip-hop name. Sorry, Barry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I got that picture ready to go here, so let me just, on that note, let me get that screen share going here. And what is this now again?
This is a custom I'm having done by Get Right Robot, Jason Bren. He's
Right
doing
here.
a Combiner Wars Devastator in the Devastation style.
Yeah,
He-
cell shading.
Yeah, he
So-
custom did the head.
So that's his progress right now.
Yeah, well, he's got it all tore apart, and he started painting. But this was an earlier photo. He painted up the head and just wanted to show me, and I was like, holy crap.
So is each individual figure going to be painted in cell shading, or is it just as the Devastator itself?
Ah, good question.
He's doing the whole 9 yards on it.
Wow, he's going to do every single the individual figures too.
Oh yeah.
And then he seals them, right? So that stuff's not chipping or anything like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or you better start selling some fucking diodes, bro.
Well, Mickey's got the Chronos like this.
What's that Chronos?
Yeah, that Cronus is bananas.
When's that review going up there, Mickey?
Jason just sent me his list of everything that he did to it,
Okay.
and some pics and shit, as well as some pics of your Devastator.
Oh, you got
And
some of those too?
Yeah, because I mentioned all of that stuff in the Grimlock he did too in the review.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's more of a showcase, but so I wanted to kind of capture all of that in the review. It was supposed to be an interview with him in it, but when I went to visit with him, we never got around to that shit. We saw Deadpool, and that was like a whole just fucked up everything else.
You nerded it up after that, weren't you?
Yeah, we just nerded the fuck out. It was crazy. We stayed up till like 3 a.m. just talking and bullshitting, and never did the fucking interview.
That's funny.
You could have just recorded your bullshit, and it probably would have been better.
Yeah. But I got a chance to see your Devastator, man, as he was working on it. Dude, you should see. I want to see if we can take a picture of his workshop and how he had the fucking Metroplex, Generation Metroplex, the Titan Metroplex, just torn to bits and pieces all over the fucking floor. Cause he just straight raked it and pillaged it for parts and shit.
Yeah, maybe we could get the dude on the show. He could talk to us about his customs or whatnot.
I'm pretty sure you wouldn't mind coming on, man.
Yeah, man, definitely. You know, let's make this happen, Captain.
All right, guys, we got some topics we're gonna talk about tonight.
Oh, we're doing topics.
We're gonna let J-Botron, since Jiscus being a real bastard tonight. We're gonna let J-Botron.
Man, I really like when J-Botron's on. That just
Yeah, it's such a better. It's more interactive.
Oh man, that just is fucking pain in the ass.
Fucking dick.
J-Botron.
Shut up, motherfucker.
They each have their strength.
and they each have their weaknesses.
Yeah, they do. They do.
So just take it away, buddy.
Yeah, so just a few topics that I was thinking about, one of which was
Specifically grading balls.
Specifically about this made me think of it coming out to like when the announcement that Ghostbusters was going to be made, and then now even more so that you see the potential, spoiler of what this toy is that may be what the bad guy is going to look like. So my question is do you think that the need in Hollywood and in movies, do you think that the need for unique storytelling is outweighed by the need to repeat a theme or a quote or a joke? Like, every sequel could be something unique, but it just usually winds up being like just rehashed jokes from the first one.
Sound like the new Star Wars?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh! Shots fired!
I mean, so what does everybody think about that?
Well, there's safety and familiarity.
Do they do that?
That was
go
a
ahead.
tough one to get out there, huh?
Do what?
That was a tough one to get out.
It was. That's a big word. I had to chew twice in between it. There's safety and familiar things, and I think that's why a lot of what we see in Hollywood is, I mean, let's be honest. Avengers and then Age of Ultron, it's the same fucking movie. It really is. Just because they were playing it safe. They didn't want to go with anything.
Well, it's kind of like New Hope and Force Awakens.
No, you're dead. You're dead on the money. They went with what was safe.
You're right about it, though. I mean, people enjoy the same thing over and over. It seems like.
But do they though? That's the question. I mean, you always hear people like, "Oh, I didn't like it." It was they keep using the jokes from the first one.
But it introduces a new generation to it, though. That wasn't exposed maybe to the original.
And that's exactly why that you saw what you saw with Star Wars this past year, is because you're exactly right, James. They know that it worked in 1977 and it's going to work in 2015 to get little boys interested in Star Wars and grown-ass men interested in Star Wars.
You don't think they could have done anything though? I mean, look at I know with the episodes 1, 2, and 3 aside, they still could have made an original story, and I think had it just been made good, not that The Force Awakens was made bad, but you could have made an original story and made it well. Because I think The Force Awakens made
That's gonna be
really
Rogue
well.
One.
But yeah,
Right,
exactly.
exactly.
Forgetting that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wait, hey, could you clarify for me right quick? Just are we
Yeah, sure.
saying, are we talking about just Hollywood regurgitating the same plot lines and storylines, or are we talking about the regurgitation of those stories that we're already familiar with, just so they can get an on running or continue to keep running the same jokes and punchlines they've used before in those?
That's more what I'm talking about.
What are we talking about?
That's more what I'm talking about when I asked this question, was that they keep using, like, it's more in line with sequels, like this Deadpool sequel when it comes out. Is it just going to be the same dumb jokes? Not dumb, because I haven't seen the movie, but is it going to be the same thing, the same formula?
In Deadpool, I don't think so, because it's going to have a higher budget. It's going to be
gonna have a higher budget.
The budget's going to be fucking insane for the next one.
Yeah.
But, like, every time you see these comedies and stuff, and then they make a part 2, it's like these same jokes just applied to whatever the new scenario is.
I think that the deal with them reusing the same jokes and like always touching back to the original or the source material is kind of like what Chris was saying. Just tapping into something that you're already familiar with, so they can tap into that feeling and that I guess that safe franchise that they've already put out and saw success with. I think that's what that's all about.
Right.
Yeah.
Tailing off of that shit versus taking that chance and trying to come up with something new and people being like, oh no, fuck that.
I mean, and not to go this route, and maybe this is a bad example, but I look at, like, the Harry Potter film, just that franchise in general. And I know it was a series of different stories, but it was just something new. They never once went through and rehashed the same stuff. At least I can remember. Nothing too crazy. Like, even Star Wars, well, that's kind of the issue with Star Wars, is that they've rehashed it.
That's a bad example right there, buddy.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. It was just something I was thinking about. Like, it's frustrating for me as a moviegoer.
Can I take a minute to criticize Star Wars for a minute?
Sure. Yeah, come on.
So, like, I enjoyed. I've seen it 3 times thus far. I enjoyed the Force Awakens, but I'm like in the back, deep down inside, I'm hoping that the next few that come out is going to be like a fucking complete turnaround, and we're going to see something completely different. Because with Force Awakens, all we saw was fucking the original Star Wars series retold again. So I'm hoping that they're just doing that just to get us back in.
Yep, I agree totally.
Because in my personal opinion, what I would like to see happen is some shit that just turns the whole thing out on its ass, you know? It goes completely away from anything we've seen.
We got you. We baited you in. We gave you what you wanted for the first one. Now we're gonna do it to what we want to do, and I'm with you on that, man.
Now Finn's gonna fuck Ray.
Jar Jar Binks comes back.
Actually, I think it may be. I think Finn. What would really be a twist is if Finn fucks Poe. But
see, that's everybody saying that, but I think that's kind of expected, especially after that fucking hug, right?
The bro romance.
The bromance. So no, Brayla,
out of the way, Ray. Poe.
Get back in that 2-seater TIE pilot again.
Right.
The smells that were coming from that TIE fighter. Holy shit. Musky.
They have so much opportunity there to do something different, but they know what works.
Yeah,
so,
they're not going to do anything.
The new director said it's going to be. I can't remember the word. He's weird or strange or different or something.
He basically pulled a Donald Trump with that shit though, because he's not saying what it's going to be. He's just like, we're going to win. It's going to be different. There's no difference between the two.
And I think I'll appreciate The Force Awakens a lot more if the next one is way different.
Yeah.
But if it's like, and then you look at it and like, now it's a copy of, Empire Strikes Back, and you're just like, fucking great.
Yeah. But look what Abrams did with the Star Trek. The first, I mean, didn't carbon copy the original, like the Wrath of Khan, and the second one, the Darkness, whatever it was. He did twist it a little bit, having Kirk die instead of Spock. So maybe he might twist a little bit, even though he's under constraint from Disney. He might do something with the Star Wars.
Yeah, I don't think he has the same amount of freedom that he did with that franchise.
Yeah, but at least Lucas isn't doing it. I think Lucas I don't know. He always sticks with the same formula and does.
Lucas is bitter, and
He's got
bitter.
His chin game is on point, man.
Yeah,
Just talking about that.
he's the neck beard king of.
He's
I love that not the interview, but they had that clip of him when the guy from who I don't know who it was, but who did the Jurassic World. It was like, you're not going to beat Jurassic World's number, and he's just like, I'll crush you like a bug.
Yeah,
it just made me laugh every time.
Yeah, the thing about George Lucas is, it sounds like it's a joking tone, but I don't think it was.
No, that's the funny thing about it. Is he looks at him like, I'll crush you like a bug. And it's just but it's like awkward in the way that he says it.
Yes, he's a very socially awkward man. You had mentioned Ghostbusters, Jisk, about for this topic. What was your thoughts on what they're doing with Ghostbusters? Right
well, initially way back when, I think it was actually the last time we had Brave on the show, and my concern for Ghostbusters was that they were going to do like the typical stereotype for, who's the dumb one, who's the one with attitude, who's the one that's fucking
the dirty
goofy.
one.
Yeah, and then I was like, all right, well, seeing that this toy that's basically, if nobody's seen it, this figure that they released at Toy Fair looked like the Ghostbusters logo, but had like the little ghost that was trapped behind the red circle had come to life and was evil. So the speculation is that maybe is that the villain, is that this thing in the movie, and my attitude is if they go that route, because I think it's for me personally, I think off the bat it seems cheesy. It seems like it's going to be terrible if they go that route, just because it just looks.
Wait, what the fuck was it? What the fuck is it?
The ghost and the insignia.
The no ghost.
Yeah, there's a figure for it, so it's speculating that it's going to be somewhere in the movie. Maybe it's a new Slimer.
Hey, but how does that? Okay, so this is I don't want to go off too much off topic, but this is going to go into nerd speculation.
How did the marshmallow guy pop out of somewhere? It could be the same shit. Somebody was thinking about the logo, and the logo comes alive.
Yeah, you know how we get in the fandom, man. Like, you see some shit, and next thing you start trying to break everything down. Like, that shit was red. Now I wonder how long the story's gonna go, and if they're gonna have the sun coming over the moon. Like, it could just be the logo, dude. You know what I'm saying?
No, and it may not. Yeah, it could totally just be a toy. It could just be a thing. It may not even be. Anything related to the movie at all. But again, I'm just going based on speculation. And my concern about the Ghostbusters movie was that not that it'll be bad, but every time you have these cliche like character types, it just seems played to me, like played out.
Say what you really want to say, just say what you really want to say.
No,
every time you have a cast full of women.
No.
Our 2% women viewership is going to drop.
It has
we need to hold on to them bitches.
It has nothing to do with the women. I would say the same thing because it's a whole new cast. Even if it was all dudes, I would have the same.
Every time you have those damn feminists in jumpsuits with blood coming out of their eyes, and the movie just sucks.
So I just
never know.
I like Ghostbusters enough that I really just want to see a new. I don't want to see a rehashed story of the first ones, but now it's just told as women, and it's just dumb jokes. But now, even more so, I think they just, in comedies, especially like this, and especially when they're rebooting stuff, I think they downplay character development. Like, you don't have to put a lot of background story into these characters. All you have to do is just make this person fits this stereotype, and then they're just kind of dumb.
Well, you know what? It's like Bill Murray. He's like the most down-to-earth guy on all that bullshit. And why do you think he's keeping himself way separated from this shit? You know what I mean? It's like Dan Aykroyd's all up about it. You know what I mean? But Bill.
But wasn't he always afraid of it, even before?
Even before he just didn't want it. Yeah, he didn't want to. So, what do you think? Do you think maybe because Ramis passed away, they just went all balls to the wall with it and said, "We're doing it"?
I think that because once Harold Ramis passed away, then they're like, well, we could do whatever.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like with the Beastie Boys. MCA was against using their music being used on commercials and selling the rights. Now, I was watching an episode of fucking Family Guy that just was on, and they were using Brass Monkey. It's everywhere. So it's like once MCI passed away, those other two assholes just said, "Fuck it, we're just gonna,
it's a
cash
free for all."
Yeah.
Who were the writers? I know. Dan was one of the writers.
Aykroyd and Ramis.
Yep. Yeah. And I think didn't Ivan Reitman have something to do with it? He writes, man.
He just directed it.
Could it be that Dan Aykroyd was like, fuck? I mean, losing Ramis. Could it be that Dan Aykroyd was like, fuck, I got to get this shit out? You know what I'm saying? And just pushed hard to get it out because of the death of Raymond?
Could be. That's entirely possible. Yeah, that's entirely possible.
At least it's not a reboot though. I fucking hate reboots.
Right.
At least it's not a reboot.
Well, and that's where that villain. That toy that they showed does kind of look like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man a little bit.
Yeah.
But now it's like, I don't know. There's certain things that because you see them when you're a kid, so like Back to the Future, Ghostbusters. There's these certain things that have a place in my heart a little bit more, and so I like them. I just want them to be good, and I don't think I'm hoping that it's not bad. I want it to be really good. I would love to have. I don't care that it's all women. I would love to have an awesome new
Think of it this
Ghostbusters.
way: what's the track record of reboots being good? There's none. There's none. Maybe a handful.
The first
maybe a handful. Maybe a handful.
11 when the first one that came out when they rebooted that whole thing wasn't terrible.
Yeah, well, you're talking about something from like the 50s and 60s coming out back in, but where I'm talking about something from our generation. Anything.
Well,
that's been anything.
The new Point Break, dude.
Well, no, hang on.
Oh yes.
I never saw
it.
I never saw it. I'm just kidding.
Would you guys call like the Nolan Batman films a reboot, or is that just is it okay for superhero movies to just basically retell similar stories over and over?
I don't see it as a reboot
because of the length of time. But like the new Spider-Man, those are reboots because there was closer amount of time in between.
Yes.
Ghostbusters isn't necessarily I don't think it's a reboot. I don't think that it's a reboot because I think there's been talk of this new Ghostbusters.
It's like Mad Max Fury Road.
Right.
It's not like a sequel. Oh, it's more of a sequel than a reboot, but
I have a question for everybody. For the whole panel. Like I don't know if we have time for it or whatever in this segment, but what movie from like that you hold dear to your heart? You know what I'm saying? Like from your childhood or whatever the case is. What movie would you both like to see rebooted just because you love the movie, but don't want them to reboot or touch because you would be afraid of them fucking it up?
Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Friday.
That's a good.
I'm serious. They may remade Friday at a riot.
You got knocked the fuck out, man.
My Annie's grandfather's sister gave me that chain.
Hey, sister, yeah. Sister-in-law, baby cousin Tracy. Thought you all hugged up with some tramp. I could do a stage play, a one-man play of that movie. I know it.
I'd probably do a serious reading of it. You got knocked the fuck out.
The Shakespearean version of the Friday.
With a live reading of.
How are you going to get fired on your day off? It's just super.
They said they had me on the film stealing boxes.
So going back to the Ghostbusters thing, would you like to see that take like a darker tone at all?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I think it'd be a nice twist to the storyline,
So
make it funny yet scary.
I'd still want it to be funny. Yeah, I'd still want it to be.
Well,
funny.
yeah, but you can do that and still have it dark. I mean, look at Deadpool.
Well, what about like a Ghostbusters Hellraiser crossover or something? I mean,
No
crossovers.
No.
Ghostbusters Poltergeist.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you can go Ghostbusters Poltergeist, but not because Hellraiser is that movie for me that I would want to see them redo, but not fuck it up. So
there's supposedly a new one coming out.
That's a movie too. Just from my childhood, that was so Poltergeist is still one of those movies. I don't know if it's because I saw it, probably at an inappropriate age, like 6.
Yeah.
But that movie, like, still to me is one of the best scary movies of all time for me. And I watched the reboot or the remake, and it had some good things about it too, but it just was inferior for me.
Yeah.
Because
that original one has a place with you, like
Yeah.
I watch scary movies and go to. I love scary movies. I love horror movies. I go to sleep on a fucking scary movie. I love them, but I turn on fucking the remake of Evil Dead while I'm cleaning up the house or something, while I'm vacuuming and shit, just to have it playing in the background. Like I love horror movies, but like the original Poltergeist 1 and 2 and The Exorcist. Those shit still scare me to death now as an adult, man.
Fucking Poltergeist was crazy back in the day.
Yeah. That old man and shit. That old man's coming around singing the gospel. Yeah.
They really are like, yeah, they just so. That's more my issue. Is that I just have more of a sentimental not sentimental, but I just have more of an attachment to them because I watched them at the pinnacle time in my youth. You know, they're just redefining moments in my youth. If I was to time travel, I would have to use those as points of reference. Traveling back in time. Go back to the time when you watched Ghostbusters. So
it'd be like them trying to remake like Full Metal Jacket. You know, I mean, you can't do any better with that movie.
I would actually love to see
Barry took it to a whole different place, right?
Think about it. Come on, you guys have all seen that.
You know what? If you remake Full Metal Jacket, you could fucking remake it, and you could have a whole bunch of different actors, but you would have to have the same drill sergeant. That old dude, you gotta have him. You can't get. You gotta be him.
He still looks the same.
You got, and he can play the part. Choke yourself with my hand, idiot. You gotta have him, dude.
But you know what I mean, and that's what you kind of get into, though. It's like you can't take a classic and reboot it and expect it to do as well as the original.
Yeah. I guess I would be. Would you guys be okay too? And I would be okay with this. But if they came out and said, "Look, we're going to remake this movie, and don't expect it to be like the original one. It's not. We're gonna completely. It's a retelling."
I would like that.
You know, so then I know what to expect. Oh, anything. Like let's say, like we're going to do this, but it's going to be. Don't expect it to be like the original one. We're going to retell it in a different way.
They did that with what was the Schwarzenegger movie? What the fuck was it?
Yeah, which one?
Yeah, Total Recall. They totally changed that shit.
And I never saw the new one. Was it any good?
It wasn't bad. It just wasn't. I mean, it wasn't. It wasn't fucking Schwarzenegger. When he was pulling that shit out of his nose.
Well, they totally screwed that story up
though, but.
Well, like RoboCop.
I don't know, man.
Look at the new RoboCop.
Yeah, oh god.
Oh god.
So I actually like that movie. I actually like that movie, dude.
It was awful, but
yeah, it was.
Oh no, I like that movie, man.
There's some things they did right about it, but honestly, and again, RoboCop goes back to I saw that in a drive-in. Like my dad took me and my brothers. I think to the drive-in to see that, and I don't think he knew like, oh shit, it was gonna be as bad as it was. But like, so that stuck with me too. When they just blow that dude's limbs off, and you're like, oh god.
You know when they messed up on that remake with the new RoboCop? They didn't. First of all, it was really rushed, but most importantly, it didn't have the gratuitous violence that the original had. Like the original just had violence for no fucking reason.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they didn't do that in the new one, I guess, for the PG-13. But that's something that goes back to like the 80s, I think. Whereas back then they would show that tit. You know what I'm saying? They would show that violence.
Right.
Now everything's about getting kids into the theater to spend money on the movie.
That's what it is.
Was that a tit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a tit.
Hold
on. I think there's another titty coming in about 25 seconds. Oh, there is another titty.
Yeah.
Another titty.
That was
no reason.
I need to know how many titties and how many bullets I'm gonna see.
Yeah.
You know, there's
What's
some
the
websites out
tit-to-bullet
there.
ratio?
There's some websites out there for like parental guidance websites that actually would list that. Yes. 17
tit-to-bullet ratio.
17 minutes and 35 seconds. There is a nip slip.
45 seconds of full frontal female nudity or male nudity.
That fucking website crashed trying to fucking count down all the scenes in fucking Deadpool. tit, ass, anus, nuts, balls. Oh shit! It just crashed. I mean, it just crashed, dude.
Is the only one in here that hasn't seen Deadpool?
Me? I haven't seen it. Yeah. I don't know.
What are you waiting for? What are you doing? What are you doing on
Maybe
this
that's-
podcast?
I live a life of just, it's a tornado of broken dreams and wrecked souls. Right?
I live a good life.
Yeah. I don't know, just having a time. I got two small kids, and I haven't made the time.
Just take it with you.
Yeah. Honestly, my son will be 4 in 2 weeks, and he loves that stuff. Like I just showed him. And this may be bad parenting, but I was like, dude, the other day I'm like, let's watch Batman Begins, man. He loves Batman. I'm like, let's watch Batman Begins. I'm like, you'll be all right.
My kid loves Predator.
Yeah, see?
Oh, that type of shit. The original Predator. Oh,
Yeah.
my kid was like 4 or 5, and he's just like when he wants a NECA figures and all that type of shit to go with it. Like,
That's like when I was a kid. I watched Hamburger Hill when I was like 6 or 7.
There you go, man.
Barry's back
man.
on the war shit. Watch out for Barry, man. I'm
Those were the gory movies when we were kids.
Yeah, I just think you didn't know. You know what I mean? But let's. I gotta. Did I freeze? Are you guys still there?
Yeah, you're still there.
Okay.
Still there, man.
I was just going to move on to the next couple of questions that I had topic-wise were just going to be about, this is actually about Transformers. And my question was, would you guys be open to the idea of having lesser quality MPs if they released them more often, like you got 1 or 2 a month?
They're already doing that shit.
For repaints and shit.
But I mean, where they like, I'm trying to think.
Well, I mean, if you look at 2015, how many new MP molds did we get in 2015? Let's count them. I don't know.
Yeah, no,
I don't remember. I can't never remember what
Like, what you knew.
Chris again, he gonna issue a challenge and shit. Don't even have.
No, I mean,
Well, you got didn't Ultra Magnus come out last year for 2015?
Yeah, Star
so
Saber.
So there's 1, Star Saber's 2.
Tracks.
Bumblebee.
Yep. Bumblebee came out before that in 14.
You got Wheeljack too.
Yep, Wheeljack. So
That
that's
was 14.
that was 14.
oh, it was.
Was that 14?
So of new molds, we got 3 last year, right?
Yeah.
Really, that's all?
That's it.
Yeah. I mean, we're spoiled on this 3P stuff, guys. We are. So let's say there's 3, right? So 3 in a year. I mean, we're not going to count the obvious.
We're not counting repaints.
We're not counting the 2 repaints. So even if you count the repaints, it's only 5.
75.
So think about it. We're already getting 3 already. So for this year already, you've got Ironhide. You got Trax, and Trax came out last year. No.
No, Trax wasn't. So we got Ironhide or Hot Rod's essentially
Hot Rod, and then Shockwave.
and Ratchet.
Well, that
Ratchet's
doesn't count.
same
It's still
mold.
you're counting.
Yeah,
Ironhide.
that's right. Same mold.
Counting that,
So
then count Ramjet.
So you already have 3. You're getting Ironhide, Hot Rod, and Shockwave are 3 already that are coming out.
And
And
Optimus
then
Prime.
Optimus.
An Optimus Primal.
That shit don't count. That shit don't count.
4.
That shit don't count.
So then maybe you're right, Brave. Maybe we are already getting that. Now you've
we
got
are.
1 more mold.
Ramjet.
Well, I only think that
Ramjet, yeah.
I think that Shockwave and Hot Rod came out this year only because there was no license involved. I think that's what's taking them so long is getting the licensing.
Well, but what licensing do they need for Trailbreaker?
Well, it's a Toyota Hilux.
Oh, it is.
Yep.
We all know why there's no Trailbreaker.
Man, I love Trailbreaker, man. We need a
We all
Trailbreaker.
know why
man.
there's no fucking Trailbreaker.
Hey, why?
For the same reason there's no fucking Falcon Marvel Legend. We all fucking know.
Hey.
We all fucking know.
All right, hold on. Go into your wallet and pull out the card. The red card, baby.
Then go ahead and bring it on out.
all the season 1 and season 2 Autobot cars are based on real vehicle molds. Even Inferno and Grapple are they are
They're
Late 70s, early 80s.
Mitsubishi.
So
I saw one the other day.
why wouldn't they then be supplementing with the things like, why aren't they making a Cosmos? Why aren't they making I don't know, a Beachcomber? You know what I mean? Like, those are things that you don't have actual license. You don't need licensing for. So why wouldn't they be putting those things out too? Yeah, Sea Spray.
You know what I think it is? If I may. Okay, so the Takara shit that we get over here are imports, right? But their market over there, I think they're producing a lot of shit. We're only interested possibly in the Transformer, the MPs and shit. So for us, it seems like we're not getting much, and the wait is so long. But I guarantee you over there, those motherfuckers are making it rain all kinds of Transformer shit left and right from Takara. And it's all coming from Takara.
Well,
That
why
might possibly have something to do
why has
with it.
Hasbro even waiting for Takara? Why don't they? I mean, they could start
That's
their
the
own
question.
MP line.
That is the question.
Well,
Because if you look at volume, you look where they sell their Hasbro MPs. Where's the only place they sell them? Toys R Us, right? Because Walmart's not going to dedicate the space
Not
for
like they
fucking $70 figures that are going to sit there for 6 months.
Well,
Only
because
bomb
they
city
did
back
back
in
in
the
the day, and look what happened. They
exactly. Right.
$15 Skywarps.
Hasbro could even do like look at how Make Toys did with Grapple only through their website. So Hasbro has their Hasbro toy shop. You can only get the MPs through their toy shop.
Dude, I think that's a great idea.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like that.
I don't think Hasbro's interested in putting out fucking masterpieces like that.
No, I don't think so.
So
they don't need to. They're making money hand over fist on Combiner Wars.
Yeah, investing
The car is bread.
minimum dollars.
So back to the question here: if they would put out, and it's Takara obviously, because that's where this is all come from.
Who's
Let's
putting
say
out?
Nobody
Takara.
I know.
Takara Tomy. So if Takara Tomy's putting out, let's say that on the 1st and 15th of every month you get 2 MPs, and obviously every once in a while there's going to be a repaint, but the quality isn't there. You get some waffle action, right? You get less paint apps. Would you guys be more interested in that direction, or just stay the road that we're on right now with 3 or 4 a year maybe?
When you say less quality, like qualify that shit. Like, give us an example when you're talking about like tracks less quality.
Oh
Yeah.
man, tracks.
Yeah, let's go like
tracks. I mean,
Yeah.
We're not going to debate Ironhide, but good and bad or otherwise, he's got some waffle action.
If it's Ironhide quality, I'm in. If it's tracks quality, I'm out.
I was looking at Wheeljack though, and Wheeljack has a waffle in his bicep. I mean, just to make it clear, just to be fair, because that's
Shout out to the waffle police.
That's one of the better MPs out there, as far as the cars. So I mean, it's not anything new. I think sometimes it's in an Ironhide's defense for the transformation, the way they did it, you just have to. You just kind of had to have it, but.
Waffle.
Yeah,
He does have a
Tracks
fucking
is a good
waffle.
example. If you got 12 figures, but they were the quality of Tracks, would you be into it?
Are the waffle
No.
police and the lens flare police the same police?
I think so.
The waffle police?
Waffling bitches like Roscoe's.
The waffle police and the lens flare police.
Well, you think about it though. I mean, third party has a little bit of advantage over Takara because they're not doing volume like Takara is.
So the next question.
Yeah, that is the next question. Is all right. So, how long until third party? Let's say they do that. It's lesser quality. You get 12 MPs a year, 15 MPs a year. How long do you think that a third party would follow suit? And when we start seeing waffles in their figures?
Fans Toys is already doing it.
I was gonna say Fans Toys is already putting out a lot of shit without the waffle, mind you. Just DSLs.
Which
Their quality's going down though.
DSLs. You're not talking about high speed internet, are you? There, Bray.
Nah.
Do you think their quality is going down just based on spotter? Is that what you're basing it off of?
I didn't buy Spotter.
Well, what's your
What are you
basis?
basing it on? Beast Wars Barry?
What do you think? Why do you think Spotter's bad quality? Spotter's fucking top notch.
He's pretty good.
I got visualizers,
He's not
so I
better-
didn't.
yeah. He's not better than Visualizer. He's definitely not better than Visualizer. But quality's not bad.
They don't look like they don't look. The visualizers don't look like what I saw on the TV. But that's just me.
And I disagree with you though.
That's just me.
You there?
You're old though. You probably need
Yeah, I'm
glasses.
Silver Age.
Your memory is.
I was watching on a black and white TV back in the day. I grew up with no money, so we didn't have color TV till about 90. My 80s were all grays and whites and blacks.
No, and if you look at like Fan Toys Perceptor, he's not the quality of the Dinobots by any means.
He's at the price of
No, but they
it.
rushed him though. Didn't they rush him though? Tesla came out really fast.
Would I want to pay pay 180 for Perceptor? Fuck no.
What was the price point on the reflector set?
130. I got it for 130.
Okay, so
140 or 145, I think.
Okay, so let's just 150 retail. So it's $50 less than what you're paying for the MP Dinobots. Would you have paid $50 more to get a MP Dinobot quality, Fans Toys Dinobot quality for that?
I don't see no difference, man. I really don't.
For the scale,
Considering the size of the figure and what it is, I don't see no difference.
Here's what I think is
for the scale, the price, and the quality of the figure.
Yep.
I think that's one of the best things about Fans Toys.
Right.
Is they match their price to the figure. You know what I'm saying? Versus a lot of other companies like fucking Make Toys and that stupid ass Iron Will and that bitch is $160-something and it's damn sure not worth that. I mean, they got a fucking fill in the gap price, and all of that shit falls under that umbrella. That's not right, man.
And here's what I think about Fans Toys in general. Is that Fans Toys came out with Quake Wave, which really, if you think about it, it is not a lot to that thing. The transformation's super simple. The Dinobots were all the same, so if one was going to be good, they were all going to be good. Not that, but the panels that you're using and the transformation's all the same. So that's where I kind of think that you're starting to really see now what they have in them with the bugs and with Reflector, because now they're starting to do things you haven't seen them do before.
The bugs
So
alone.
what are the bugs? Who
Look at the bugs. The bugs alone for the price point is insane.
No, the bugs are perfect to me.
They're fucking unbelievable.
The bugs are
What's the
perfect.
bone? What's the bone with the reflector set? Other than whether it's G1 cartoon or toy accurate. What's the issues with those?
I have none.
That's my only issue with it, and I have the Make Toys and the reflector. That's my only issue is that Make Toys to me just, when I think back to what it looked like, that fits that image better.
So you're saying the visualizer set or the visualizer? You're saying the reflector set actually doesn't have any problems. It's pretty good
for the fans.
Yeah, what I'm getting is I'm not seeing any decline of quite like Fans Toys. I'm not a Fans Toys fanboy per se, but Fans Toys seem to take a lot of fucking heat from people or from the fandom. But Fans Toys puts out a consistently good product.
Yeah, but you know what?
Preference.
Everybody's trying to amp it up to like their big releases. You know what I mean? A spotter. It's not a big release.
No, it's not. You're right.
It's 3 of the same fucking figures at a decent price point. They could have easily. They're big. The figures are bigger than the bugs, and the bugs are $75 a piece. You're getting a set of 3 figures for a fucking $130 or $140 wherever you get your figures from. But you know what I mean? See the price point action? So
nobody's gonna pay $2.25.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pay $2.25 for a fucking reflector.
They're better. Not that they're better made, but they're heavier than.
They pay attention to detail.
The visualizers.
Yeah.
They feel better made than the visualizers, and not that the visualizers are made badly, because I don't think that they are, but that's just the thing. The Fans Toys. It feels better.
I'm just curious. What are you talking? Weight or like? Because that seems what everybody goes back to. It's like, oh, it has metal in it. It's better.
It's not all about diecast, man. I'm not that diecast guy.
But you know what I'm talking about.
I feel like
it's a huge thing in the fandom.
Girth.
I feel like the plastic is harder plastic. Like not that the visualizers has softer plastic, but it's softer in comparison to what Fans Toys is using. If that makes sense.
So what you're saying sounds like Fans Toys has set the fucking bar so high.
Yep.
that when they come down a little bit, depending on the release and shit.
Everybody fucking gets their pitchforks and fucking.
But but even with those lesser releases, they're still better than fucking 90% of the third-party things, and that's crazy.
Yep.
I think it's pretty awesome that we have that as an option right now. That's pretty crazy.
I agree, and like we say, this is a great time to be a Transformers fan because we have options. We have options.
And they're like not that they're all good, but they're getting good. Like before, I just remember like 2014, you had everybody else was kind of they're iffy. Maybe they put out a good figure, maybe they didn't. But now you're looking at like Fans Toys always was consistent, but you have the MP. You have Fans Toys now. Make Toys is putting out consistently a good figure. I know you're disputing the Iron Will. I don't have it, so I don't know. But you're not going wrong if you're buying that figure.
I can tell you some shit about that fucking line.
I mean, you're not going wrong if you're buying from that company. You know what I mean? Like even Warbitron, whether you love them or hate them, they're making a consistently good product.
Yeah.
Do you know? I mean, so that's what I think. I think more companies are coming out that are consistently good. Even now for Voodoo, for example, whether you hate it, it's a new company, but even their first effort is still better than like other people's first efforts years ago.
Sure.
X-Transbots, like Voodoo came out and their first effort in this Ratchet is way better than X-Transbot shit when it came out, and even some of the stuff that not until recently.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
But
so I think that
the new third-party companies have a lot more to look at with the figures that are out there.
Yeah,
when X-Transbot first came out, they were basically paving the way for newer companies. It's like
another thing too is that some of these newer companies aren't really new companies.
They're
yeah.
They just put a new hat on and called it a new team or whatever.
Yep.
But pretty much if you look at the landscape, everybody has stepped their game up. I mean, KFC stepped their game up. X-Transbots, which arguably is the same company. I mean, look what Toy World's doing. Toy World didn't make a bad figure, but they kind of changed. In my opinion, they kind of changed the game a little bit with this new Devastator set just because of the speed they're putting them out. Granted, there's some issues, but there's issues with all sorts of stuff. So
there's issues with every fucking figure, man.
Right, but the fact that
everybody's so quick to grab that pitchfork, man, and that's a shame.
Yeah, the fact that they got those. what are they on? Have they shipped 4 of those already?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
2 officially, and the other 2 are, I think.
So I'm, middle of March or into March, we'll have all 6 of them be out there. So
and that's unheard of. That's
what I'm
fucking
saying.
unheard of.
So I think that's going to change the game a little bit as far as the combiners. Although, really, how many more Devastators do we need?
But it's going to open up the door for
fucking make as many as they can. Keep on making them.
Let's wait. I can't wait for the perfect one.
Well,
keep making
I would really look forward to seeing somebody make a true MP scaled set of aerial bots.
Yeah,
make that shit too.
And protect the bots.
Yep.
We don't really have that in G1 fashion. I mean, we got the Studio Ox stuff that's out there, but waiting to see somebody do that.
What you'd like to see made? I'd like to see an MP scaled Omega Supreme.
Here we go. Let's go right across the board here.
$600 on a Devastator.
What do we want to see? Let's go across the board with that one. I'm not trying to Shanghai our topics, but go across the board. What do you want to see at MP scale? Right across. So we heard Omega Supreme from Barry. Brave?
Who's next? I'm gonna go with Superion. Either Superion or Defensor.
All right. Jisk?
If you're going big bots, I'd like to see a Unicron.
Well, come on.
Wait.
Brave wants to go back and say, yeah.
Yeah, are we talking combiners or just period?
No, just period. Like, what do you want to see that we haven't seen?
I want to see a fucking masterpiece scale fucking Fort Max that I can stick my goddamn Warden head mode into. I want to see that shit. I want to see that shit.
$989.
Honestly, I just want the season 1 finished out before I see that's what I want.
Yeah, I'm there.
That's Omega Supreme,
Yeah.
He's season 1.
All right, Dust, what's yours?
I would like to see a MP style. I'll save you, Kenny. Honestly, man, why aren't we doing it? Let's get on that. How is no third-party company doing a MP style fucking Skylings? Because he's not a robot.
Crazy. That is crazy.
I think it's just because you have other figures that are more in demand.
Easier to make.
You know what I mean? And I think that Skylings is on somebody's list somewhere.
It's a lot of if we're gonna hit season 3, let's hit season 3 hard. Let's do it.
But you'd rather see a Skylings before you see a Jazz or a Trailbreaker?
Well, because Jazz and Trailbreaker are gonna happen.
Right.
They're gonna happen. It's
so says some of us. So says
it's the fucking nature of the beast. But is this guy gonna fucking happen? Look at this. I got a fucking Chihuahua in my hand. It's a lapdog.
I would have thought third party would have been all over a Skylings, but I thought so. For the size of that one.
This fucking thing.
Fuck, at least an oversized KO or something. Shit.
Yeah. All right, Jane, what would you say? You probably have a unique opinion here.
Overlord.
Yeah, I knew something.
Nice.
Yep. But are we getting an Overlord?
Carnifex by Mastermind Creations, but
it's probably not MP scale, right? You think it'll be Chug?
It would have been
It's gonna
nice.
be more Chug.
Yeah. It would have been nice to see that. Remember that one a couple of years ago that was supposedly coming out that was gonna be 14 inches tall or something?
Yeah, it was supposed to be the largest.
Yeah.
At the time.
I thought that was the same one. I thought it was the same one though. It's not?
Oh, no, it's a different company. They folded.
Yeah.
There he is.
So here's the question: Are they doing that under their Are they doing that under their masterpiece?
Ocular Mac.
No, it's under MMC. Just normal. It's underneath their reformatted line or whatever with the Great Shot and 6-shot line. That series.
Well, I'd have to say that for me it would be, Fans Toys Skyfire. I really am just waiting on that to actually hapen.
I don't think it's gonna happen, man.
Keep waiting on that, Buckaroo.
Yeah, I don't think that's happening.
So Dalton, you bounced out for a minute. So basically, what we're asking is, what's your one thing you want to see made in MP we haven't seen?
I want to go Jinrai.
God Jinrai or just Jinrai?
Full on God Jinrai.
All right, there you
God
go.
Bomber and everything.
God damn it, right.
I don't. Give me some more information on that for those.
Power Master Optimus Prime
with Apex armor.
With Apex
armor.
Okay.
There's a whole nother world out there, people. Remember that. It's not all about you.
Use the internet.
And
I like my Transformers American. Goddamn it.
and
You in the wrong hobby, buddy.
You know what? I have to say, there's so many untapped resources out there that Takara and these guys could just fucking jump right into because the fandom is just so huge. You know, it really
How
is.
about this? I got a question. Why do you think we haven't seen with there being so many variations of the Transformer cartoon, especially in the I guess Japan or whatever the fuck? Why do you think we haven't seen any of those dubbed and brought to the States? And I'm not talking about the fan dub. I mean like just dubbed.
Is there,
professionally.
other than the fandom, is there really any other money in it? Like, how big is the fandom? Like, how much money is that going to take in? I think that's.
I mean, you never know. Who fuck knows?
That's true.
But if Takara's smart, they would do that because they sell a shitload of MPs here.
Well, the thing you got to remember is Takara may not own the rights to all that shit.
That's true too.
It could be. What I don't know the names of those companies over there, but
I mean, look at R.A.D. I mean, we can't get any new versions of that due to what is it? Disney owns it now.
Disney owns it, yeah.
Oh wow, really?
Fuckers.
How
Yeah.
did Disney get a hold
The
of it?
R.I.D. the cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That fucking mouse, man.
Or car
We don't
robots.
need that shit. We don't need that shit anyways. We need some
Well,
real Transformers.
Let me ask you guys this, and this is kind of just the last question that I had, just to ask this topic. If you weren't collecting Transformers, because everybody am I correct in saying that everybody here is primarily a Transformer collector, except for maybe
Negative.
you, James?
Negative.
What?
Okay.
Transformer collector?
No, I know you are, but I said primarily. That's the main thing you collect, and then everything
Oh.
else is secondary.
No, I wouldn't say it's my primary. No.
Okay.
All right.
And then Brave, you're not. That's the same thing for you. It's not your primary thing.
It's not my primary. It's one of my favorite, but not my primary.
All right. So you could still answer the question. It's just if you what. Well, I'm just saying, what would you? If you weren't collecting
Great guys,
Transformers.
thanks for fucking up the topic.
No,
Sorry.
My bad. Yeah, I'm all Transformers all the time.
Yeah,
If it's not Transformers, I'm naked.
Hold on. Guys, yeah.
I guess you guys could stay.
I just didn't want to.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna boot Brave out. Give me a second.
another way to ask this question is let's say that third-party Transformers never came around, the Masterpiece line didn't continue after
MPO1.
MPO1. What hobby would you? I mean, my personality, I have to always be collecting something. It's sneakers, Transformers. Right now, I'm doing the Star Wars stuff heavier, but I'll come back around to Transformers as time passes. What is it that you guys would be interested in, as a hobby or a collecting if the Transformers stuff just wasn't available like it is?
I'd probably
I'd
Walking
go
Dead.
Star Wars.
All at once now.
let's-
Everybody
yeah,
talking.
Everybody, 1, 2, 3.
Everybody just shout that shit. Blah, 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 blah,
Body
blah.
parts and. All
Let's
right,
go
Barry.
across the board. Yeah, start with
Barry,
Barry.
what's up, man?
I'd probably be going with Walking Dead because that'd be fun making dials for that.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
I got their like little build a sets that I work on in between stuff, so those are kind of fun.
Yo, Barry, how many details do you have?
11.
I know we spoke about that on the Hangout, but I just want to go over that here. It's a lot of glass, man.
That's a lot of fucking details, dude.
Yeah, that's a lot of detail, Barry.
Yeah.
Your
Got all
name
kinds
is
of
Dan
surnames.
now, and it's going to be Detolf Dan. That's what we're changing it to, Detolf Dan.
Detolf _Dan.
Underscore. Dial, and then your other Wu-Tang name is Diorama _Dan. Dio Dan.
Like a
Dio
Dan?
Dan. Yeah. We're changing it because it's a D. We don't have a Dan. We need a new Dan. So, shout out to Dan.
Nikki can be Dan.
All right. So Brave.
Well, I don't primarily just collect Transformers, so I think my biggest obsession is the 3A stuff. 3A, Figure Arts, and Figma. The Marvel Legends is just so I can have something to hunt. So if anything,
And then complain about buying them.
yeah, and if not Transformers, if not in toys, period, then it would be just clothes. Because I was like a fucking clothing junkie before, fashion junkie before I got into collecting again.
You still are.
Yeah, I am.
You brought more clothes than the other four of us in the room would have done at
I
TF.
am, dude. I am. Like, I love to shop, dude. Like, all different countries, all kinds. I love the shop. I love clothes, dude. So.
Just one of the ladies, huh?
You should have seen the suit. You should have seen the suitcase I brought to TFCon.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
I think I could have put J. Ruse in it.
I showed up with a fucking bag. This dude showed up with a fucking wardrobe.
Hey, that's what's up. I know there was a reason why I like Chris. That's what's up, man.
We had to tip a guy just to bring it up. And then I broke the toilet.
Hey, Chris. Hey, Chris, you do shoes too, right?
I do.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
Yep. So I'll go ahead. I'll go ahead and skip ahead here. If I wasn't collecting, Transformers, I would. And I do buy some sneakers here and there, but I'd probably be heavy into sneakers again. Definitely, that's where I would be at with it.
Probably cheaper.
No, not at all.
Well, how many figure arts figures you pay a week? 4 or 5?
But that's like over. I'm caught up.
Right.
Have you seen some of those sneakers though? Ooh.
Yeah, they're like $220 a pair now.
Yeah.
Just give me an old school pair of shell tops and I'm happy.
Those just ain't cheap no more neither, bro.
I know, man.
They're like $85 for those.
You know what I'm looking for? I'm looking for them old school joints. It was they're black with white stripes with the white shell with the white sole. You can't find them, man. You can't find them like that.
You talking like Converse?
Nah, shell tops.
Adidas
shell tops, bro.
Adidas, guys.
Some people call them shell tops. Some people call them shell toes.
Fucking Barry just wears fucking sandals everywhere.
Barry's like a
fucking 30 below outside, 6 feet of snow. He got on sandals and
shit.
shit.
He's a Beast Wars guy, so he rocks Crocs. He's rocking them Crocs.
You guys never go outside with no shoes on at 40 degrees?
All right.
No.
Dalton. Dalton, what about you, brother? What would you be doing for us? Don't say body parts or anything like that. All right.
If it wasn't Transformers, it'd probably be either Lego, Star Wars, or, as stupid as it sounds, model railroading again.
Awesome.
I'm with that.
Yeah, that stuff's cool. I wish I had the space to do a model railroad setup.
I kind of get the model railroading. That's where I get a lot of my my Dio ideas from.
J. Bato.
Dude, I would still be just collecting spray paint.
Yeah.
I would.
A lot of people don't know, man. Like, you're the old school graffiti guy, man. Me and you back in the day, we hitting trains, buddy.
Yep. So for those that don't know, and if that's where I got my name from, just I was and still kind of am a graffiti artist, and I collected just vintage spray paint cans.
Oh, that's dope.
And,
yeah, there's a market out there for that.
I would go back to doing that, and I'd still be painting.
Shout out to Krylon. Resto.
Dude, fucking
fat caps all over the place.
Hashtag cat matches color.
Jay, man, how about you?
Oh man, I collect everything, so I
Did we hit him already?
Well, I just had asked him about the Transformers, but I mean, right. Let's say everything that you had. What would you collect if you weren't collecting the stuff you were collecting?
I'd probably go into cars, to be honest with you.
Oh, wow!
Nice.
That would be something that I'm not a clothes, all that. I mean, I've always liked the vintage cars and stuff. I just
got a '69 Bugatti,
but I just haven't. I don't know. Just like the old school muscle cars, stuff like that.
There you go.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's what I would probably do.
You could have Jay
restore them, put the time into
just
that.
paint them for you.
Well, with me, I've always had a collector addiction in my life. There's always been something throughout the years. I just got back into Transformers in 2012. So all my collection, I just got back in out of nowhere. But before that, it was records. With my production and whatnot. When I moved out of my last place to this place, I had 45 crates of records, milk crates full of records.
In the crate.
A milk crate would hold about maybe 100 records per crate. I only brought 6 with me. I had to get rid of everything, out of the collection. Sold them, threw them out, whatever. I just kept whatever was monetary value or if I was on tour and I bought, or it just meant something to me, or whatever. It's in a closet now. But I always had some sort of collection. I was into like 70s shit. I wanted to do a 70s room, so I started buying all 70s stuff, 8-tracks, this thing, that thing, lamps, whatever. Go to thrift shops and find that. So if I wasn't into Transformers, it's kind of tough because before I got into Transformers, I wasn't really collecting much. I was kind of in a null, so I don't know where I would went with that. You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
You collect null rays? Is that what you said?
yeah. No, I got about 1,500 of them. But I wasn't a T-shirt guy, but I was more hip hop, albums and whatnot. So I would say I would probably still be on the record thing if I didn't start getting back into collecting Transformers. So that's me.
500 milk crates later.
Hey, Dust.
No, that's
Oh!
not.
You want the original joint.
Yeah, I
You
want the
original
OG.
joint.
Nah, that's not them.
So you want the white stripes? There you go.
No, it's not. Not the same, man.
I'm just saying, myadidas.com you can do that.
Yeah, I know, but it's not. I tried that. It's not the same, man.
It's never going to be the same, Dust.
It's not. I want the original Superstars. I don't want Superstar 2s or anything like that. I want
Silver Age.
Hey, man.
Silver Age, baby.
Hey, man, I tried. That's all I could do. All right, well, that is our topics for tonight. Let's run down the line and tell everybody where you're at, people. Barry.
You can find me on Barry Ruska on Facebook or Beast_Wars_Barry on IG.
And thanks for joining us tonight,
Instagram,
Barry.
bitches.
Enjoyed having you on. Brave, you want to take about 45 minutes and explain everything you got going on?
Nah, you know what? I'm gonna keep it real quick and I'll keep it real short. For Brave's Toy Reviews, you can find me on YouTube at Brave Toy Reviews with the S on the end. But I would appreciate you guys checking out Toy Detox
Booyah.
on YouTube and on Facebook. The Facebook page is facebook.com/Toy Detox.
It's a great show.
And subscribe. Thank you
It's a
very
great
much,
show.
guys. Thank you very much.
It's fun, man. It really is a lot of fun.
Hey, and big up to Swage and fucking Tyler L, man. This is the morning I want to say you send a shout to them cats.
Yeah.
All right, Dalton.
I can pretty much find me everywhere at Daltonians TFs. I do plan on getting some YouTube videos uploaded. I've got a huge backlog of editing to do, so.
Yeah, you know what? With editing, you just gotta fucking sit there and just do it, man, because that's how I am too, man.
Well, the thing is, I don't have the software on the computer I'm using right now, so.
Shit just backlogs, and then one day I'll just be like, boom, there'll be like 25 new fucking videos. And I'm not smart where I'll like let it release slowly. I'll just be like, boom, 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 boom. It's there. There you go, guys. I'll see you next month.
All right, Jizz.
You could find me on Instagram and Facebook at Jabatron. If you're interested in looking at my artwork, it's at Jisk1. And this week only on Wednesday, you could find me on Nerd Rage Radio.
Oh!
Dust, your turn.
Dust Mites on Instagram. Dust Mites, you know me on the Facebook group. Cobra Law Records, we have a YouTube channel now. We're going to get updated real quick. The Four Horsemen album is coming along nicely. I just had a big session with Midi Gloria Music, who is my co-producer on this album, Sith Lords. We just had a session yesterday, and we're just banging shit out. I think we came with a title for the album. It's going to be Symbol of Excellence. So for all you old school Four Horsemen wrestling fans, Symbol of Excellence will be out soon. That's it, man.
All right, James.
You can find me YouTube, Twitter, VictorySaber77, and Facebook, The VictorySaber77.
All right. You can find me at Pinkerton, PNKR10.
Pinkerton.
Yeah, if you're nasty. On Instagram, and Chris Pinkerton. Actually, Christopher Pinkerton on Facebook, because that's what my mama named me.
Take what your mama gave you.
Special thanks again to our special guest tonight, Beast Wars Barry, Brave, Dalton, and Victory Saber 77 Jane.
It's funny. It's like J. Ruse wasn't here. We were short. We sent the bat signal out, and everybody just jumped right in.
That's right. Then thank you guys for coming on. I think we had it was a different kind of show for us, but I think it was a very interesting conversation.
No doubt.
So, well, I'm looking at my shout out list, and half the people I shout out are in the room. So shout out to Ronan with the Toy Lab friends on social media. I need to know how to fix some shit, Ronan. I say it every week. Shout out to the Shattercast Uncut crew, Nerd Rage Radio.
Oh, yeah.
Don't forget to send in your What's in the Fucking Box videos to, where do you send them, Dust?
Enter the Realmcast at gmail.com. And don't forget, Shelf Life.
Yes, your Shelf Life videos. Make sure you get those.
Damn Plastic Crack is the next one up. I'm almost done editing the video. So,
cool.
DPC.
So please, just take a picture of your collection, talk about it, and send it in. We're going to put it up there.
Yeah, if you want to know exactly what to do, Kenny Prime killed it on his.
Yeah, he killed it. I'll save you, Kenny. Hold on. I'll save you, Kenny.
All right, check out the Realm of Collectors on Facebook. The group is Realm of Collectors. It's a closed group, but as long as you're not selling the fake sneakers and sunglasses, we'll probably let you in. If you're selling the fake sneakers, I might give you a shout. We'll see.
Yeah, especially if they're shell tops with a white stripe and
that's right.
And a white toe.
In the 13 and 13 3/4.
Yes, 13 3/4 wide width, please.
Yeah. On Instagram, we're at Realm of Collectors. We're posting collector news pretty constantly. I think we're at about 1,800 followers. I think we broke 1,800 today.
Oh shit! Wait a minute.
Shit, dope.
Yeah.
We're almost at 300 on YouTube. We're at 277, so
Nice.
let's get that up. Road to 300.
And we're also on Twitter at enter the R.O.C. That's just kind of all that was available.
All right,
so.
Brian Brink just called us out on the MMC Ravage. We were supposed to talk about it, but
Oh, well, we did.
What?
There it is. It's big.
we just talked about it.
1-on-1 scale.
Fuck.
That's right. It's actual scale.
We will.
It wasn't in the notes, man. Sorry.
I think when a lot of people, I think all of us have it ordered, or most of us have it ordered.
Oh yeah, the Ravage. Yeah.
I never ordered it.
Oh, you haven't ordered it yet?
No.
We'll talk about it soon.
So you may actually
In the
see
Hangout. Let's talk about it in the Hangout. You want to
Yeah.
hear about it? We're going to be in the Hangout in about maybe about 20 minutes or so.
There you go.
Hangout. If you want in,
All right.
just hit me up.
So we're going to wrap this up here. Thanks everybody for joining us. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you were here with us, and we appreciate that. See you in the Hangout.
No doubt.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, the unawkward hit the button. Anybody got anything?
I was saying something.
Yeah.
Now when Dan talks about scalping, it's a whole different thing.
Oh!
Totally.